constitutional rights and political freedoms of the members of this House elected under UDM, PAR, MCCP, and MDG. Honorable members, this now brings me to the submissions made by the Honorable Opio Wandai on the significance to be attached to the response of the Registrar of Political Parties, which he also tabled in the House on Tuesday this week, and any subsequent communication from the Registrar. It will be recalled, honorable members, that the distinguished member for Ugunja submitted that the Speaker has no other role apart from conveying information contained in the letter by the Registrar to the House. You will agree with me that this view is untenable for two main reasons. First, Section 10 of the Political Parties Act 2011 is clear that coalitions are not cast in stone but are an evolving arrangements which can occur both prior to and after election. The Registrar has shied away from making a determination on the post-election status of the existing coalitions in light of the submissions made by part of the membership of this House and letters written to me by a number of members relating to post-election coalitions. The Speaker ought not to be a conduit for this indecision insofar as it has the potential of curtailing the business of the House, which is an important constitutional arm of the national government. Secondly, you'll also agree with me, honorable members, that the assertion by the honorable member for Ugunja is flawed on account of the history I have given on the House relating to the rationale of introducing Standing Order 2B. It is indeed an established parliamentary practice that the Speaker is not a mere conveyor belt of information. The Speaker must apply his mind to any communication or document before it is presented to the House or admitted for use in the House. This is important in order to comply with the standing orders of this House and to protect the dignity of the House. Honorable members, in the present instance, Standing Order 2B expressly requires the clerk to obtain a certified copy of any coalition agreement to assist the Speaker to ascertain the relative majorities of the House and facilitate the transaction of the business of the House. Certification of the document and determination of its veracity and admissibility is of prime importance. You will agree with me again, honorable members, that there would be chaos in this House if I was to make rulings on the basis of unauthenticated and verifiable and inadmissible documents that affect the rights of members. Honorable members, I do note that unless the Political Parties Act is amended or the House exercises its powers to call for evidence under Article 125 of the Constitution, there currently exists no express statutory obligation to the Registrar to furnish the House with the coalition agreements as contemplated under Standing Order 2B. As a matter of fact, the 12th Parliament noted this particular gap and proposed amendments to the Political Parties Act, whose introduction I approved in my communication issued during the afternoon sitting of Tuesday. Those members of JLAC have a job to do to cure this lacuna. Honorable members, attempts were made by members during the afternoon sitting of Tuesday, 4th October 2022, to table coalition agreements in support of the claims by the Kenya Kwanza Coalition and Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Coalition Party. You will recall that I ruled the documents tabled by the Honorable Junet Mohamed as inadmissible owing to the inconsistencies that were apparent on the face of the document. The inconsistencies were glaring, especially in light of allegations made by the Honorable David Ocheng's denouncing association of both himself and his party with the coalition political party. Apart from being a member of this House, the Honorable David Ocheng is also the party leader of the Movement for Democracy and Growth, an alleged party to the document tabled by the Honorable Junet Mohamed. In light of the objections raised by the Honorable David Ocheng, the document became a center of particular focus with respect to its legality, validity, and admissibility. The attempt by the Registrar of Political Parties to convey what is said to be a certified copy of the document tabled by the Honorable Junet Mohamed on the 6th October 2022, that's today, has not made things any better, as the document from the Registrar, just like the document tabled by the Honorable Junet Mohamed, has the same glaring gaps and inconsistencies that make it inadmissible. The question of admissibility of papers laid in this House has been addressed severally by my predecessors. In the most recent case, the Honorable Justin Muturi distilled previous guidance on the admissibility of documents into 9 brief rules in a communication issued on Tuesday, 10th May 2022, while ruling on the tabling of papers by the then member for Wajir County, the Honorable Fatuma Gedi. The then Speaker ruled that in assessing the admissibility and/or authenticity or otherwise of a document tabled in the House, the Speaker ought to examine whether the document, 1, relates to the matter for which it has been tabled, 2, is signed, and if it is a government document, by the authorized person or persons, 3, bears the emblem or logo of the institution or person from which it originated or coat of arms in the case of documents from government agencies. 4, clearly indicates the author and person to whom it is addressed. 5, discloses the origin or source of the document. 6, bears certification where a document other than the original is being tabled. 7, if electronic, has been obtained from a source that does not permit alteration of content. And 8, is related to a claim made before the House or a committee or its content has a nexus with the claim. 9, is stamped and clearly indicates the person signing of the stamp. Honorable members, can the honorable members take their seats? Honorable members, a perusal of the document tabled by the Honorable Junet Mohamed and the version conveyed by the Registrar of Political Parties reveals glaring inconsistencies in both documents. With regard to signatures, there is no uniformity in the manner in which the various pages of the documents have been signed off or initialed. Some pages in the documents contain fewer signatures than others, while page 3 of both documents in particular contains signatures that are hardly visible. The pagination of the 2 documents is also inconsistent. Order, honorable members. The pagination of the 2 documents is also inconsistent. Page 1 to 22 bear page numbers. Several pages with signatures bear no page numbers, and a paginated page appears randomly between unpaginated pages. I'm inclined to think that these are superimpositions. Honorable members, may I at this point bring to the attention of the House that several members say to belong to the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Coalition Party have formally written to my office to denounce the association with the party. In a letter dated 9th September 2022 and received by my office on 22nd September 2022, the member for Ugenya constituency, the Honorable David Ocheng, wrote to convey the decision of his party, the Movement for Democracy and Growth, to terminate its membership with the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Coalition Party. In the letter, the Honorable Ocheng also noted that his party is now a member of Kenya Kwanza Coalition. Honorable members, in letters received by my office on 21st and 22nd September 2022, the Honorable Kenneth Charo, the Honorable Gonzi Rai, and the Honorable Anton Kenga, who were all elected to Parliament on the Pamoja African Alliance party ticket, formally distance themselves and their party from any association with the Azimio coalition. The three categorically noted that their party should only be associated with the Kenya Kwanza coalition, with which it has entered into its only existing coalition agreement. Additionally, honorable members, in a letter dated 16 September 2022 and received by my office on 19